Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now as I said in the previous videos that I will be bringing to you the comprehensive review of the all new Honda Hornet 2.0 which was released just a couple of months back. So actually we took the delivery a long time back, but then I had the footages recorded, but due to my semester examinations and the internal examinations that are going on, I could not edit the footages. So yeah, I'm doing it right now and I'm extremely sorry for the delay. So yeah, actually I'm heading over to my friend who will be picking this bike up today. Like we'll be giving the online internal examinations first and then we'll be going to the showroom to pick up his motorcycle. So yeah, please stay tuned to watch the review. So yes, we finally have our hands on the motorcycle after waiting for like 4 hours at the showroom. Yes, we came at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it's 5 o'clock right now. So yeah, that's a very long wait. And I mean, I don't really blame the showroom people also because there is a very big rush at the showroom right now since you know that the festive time is coming up. So yeah, like it's more of a clothes shop right now rather than a motorcycle dealership. So yeah, first let me go over the spec sheet a little bit so that you have a context about what I'm talking here right now. The Honda Hornet 2.0 comes with a 184cc single cylinder air cooled engine which is mated to a 5-speed gearbox. Now please note that this is not a new engine. Honda has basically lifted this engine up from the international model CB190F and they have just basically detuned it for India. So this engine makes 17 horsepower and 16 Newton meters of torque. Also, another big highlight of the spec sheet is the brakes. Like it comes with disc brakes at both ends. The front one is at 276mm and the rear one is at 220mm. Now, why is that highlight is because of the fact that even at this price point, at this day and age, this bike comes with only a single channel ABS. Yes, you heard that right, a single channel ABS, and it does not even have an option for a dual channel ABS. So Honda, what are you doing? Please, at least give just an option for dual channel ABS. Okay, one more very important USP highlight of this motorcycle is the front 41mm upside down forks from Showa. And yes, that in that golden color paint scheme they look really amazing and they have also improved the handling of the motorcycle a lot. Other things remain the same, like it all comes with the the 140mm rear tire. Now this one is a MRF, but then I have seen some bikes also come with the Maxxis tires. So yeah, maybe you can just tell the showroom your preference and they will arrange for it. Also, this motorcycle comes with a 12 liters fuel tank and a mileage claimed of around 45 kilometers per liter. So that should give you an enough fuel tank range of around, 520 kilometers. So that's pretty decent for considering that this is basically a premium commuter. So yeah, those are basically the spec sheets. Now let me tell you what I like about this motorcycle and what I feel about it. After that I'll come to the negatives. Okay, the first point that I like about this motorcycle is the performance, and let me tell you that the performance on the Honda Hornet 2.0 has really improved over the past motorcycle. Is the Honda Hornet 1 like no that's the 1.0, that's the 160R, that all had pretty underwhelming performance to say at the least, but then I felt that it was a little too underpowered. But then the 2.0, yes, the power has literally been improved a lot and you can literally feel it. Yes, it does not give you performance like a KTM or a NS200, but then the performance is really amazing on this motorcycle. And because it's not extremely heavy, so the power to weight ratio is also pretty good, and most of the power comes in at a low RPM range, so acceleration is also pretty brisk on this motorcycle. Ooh, that's a nice Audi. It looks like Mumbaikar Nikhil's car actually. Anyways, another improvement which I felt to this motorcycle is the handling. The previous generation of the Hornet, I did not like the handling very much. It was a bit dodgy, and to be honest I preferred the X-Blade over the previous generation of the Hornet. But with this generation, Honda has really changed the game. Like the inclusion of the 41mm fork, they have made a huge difference and the handling has really improved a lot. It has really improved a lot, to be honest. I mean, turning the motorcycle, handling it in traffic, and then cornering, stability, they have really improved, and you won't find any dodginess. Yes, the suspension is a bit on the softer side, but then it's basically a commuter, so it obviously will be on the softer side. If it's a hard suspension setup, you won't find it extremely comfortable. So yeah. Another point which I feel has improved with this motorcycle is the instrument cluster. Now, the earlier generation also had a digital instrument cluster, but then this one just looks better. I mean, I honestly feel that it looks better than the FZ25, for instance. So yeah, that's also an improvement. Another improvement I found is in the lighting department. Yes, the headlight has improved a lot. I know the last generation also had a LED setup, but then these LEDs are really a lot more better than the previous generation. Also, this time the LEDs indicators are on offer with a stock hazard light switch, which is also a very big addition. And coming to one of the main funny highlights, to be honest, Honda has finally given it a kill switch. Yes, if you are in the motorcycling community, you may know that Honda motorcycles have memes around them because they don't have a kill switch. Like, all the motorcycles right now in this price range, I mean, even the commuters, the basic, the 120cc commuters have a kill switch, but Honda did not have a kill switch. So yeah, Honda has finally given the Hornet a kill switch, and I feel that it's a small improvement that will go a long way. Now, coming to the facts that I don't like about this motorcycle. First of all, the price point. I mean, this bike is priced at 1,20,000 ex showroom, and on road it comes at 1,50,000 on road Kolkata, which is pretty much like for a premium commuter. I feel that I mean, all the prices are increasing right now, but then 150, and that also without a dual channel ABS, I feel that's a bit of a bad pricing. Like, it's not really bad pricing, but then Honda could have done better. So that's one point I don't like about this motorcycle. One more point which I don't like about this motorcycle is the rear seat. Like, it's a bit too narrow for my liking. So if you have a friend or a girlfriend whom you might want to take on a long ride, they may get a little bit irritable. So yeah, that's something you should consider. And also, funny aspect I noticed about the rear seat, I don't know if it's with this bike or maybe all the first lot motorcycles, but then they move around a little bit. I mean, if you don't see the motorcycle, it's a little bit hard to explain. But then the seat, once I lock it in place, the pillion seat, not the rider seat, the pillion seat like literally moves around left to right. So that's a really weird thing I noticed. I mean, why would a seat move around like that? I mean, Honda has amazing engineers at the headquarters, but then, like, guys, literally, why does the seat move around? That's a weird thing. So yeah, those were my takes on what has improved and what are my opinions on the motorcycle. If you ask me, you should definitely go for this motorcycle if you're considering something around less than 2 lakh rupees. This is really amazing, and if you're a commuter or a college student, this will give you extremely good value for money. Now, we know that Honda has amazing build quality and reliability and a very good service backup. Also, the service costs won't be astronomical. So it's a really good motorcycle, and I really enjoyed riding this. I will try to come out with more videos in the future. If you have any queries about this motorcycle, please drop them in the comment section down below, or you can even ping me on Instagram, which is @showbiographer only. And also, I've noticed something that a lot of you watch the video but then go away without subscribing to the channel or even liking the video. I really request you to please subscribe to the channel, so it really encourages me a lot to make better content and improve myself for the future. So yeah, that's basically all I had to say about this motorcycle. If you like the video, please share it with your buddies who may find it useful. Please subscribe to the channel and do follow me on Instagram @showbiographer. I'll be putting my username in the description box down below. I'll be meeting you all in a next video. Till then, stay safe, always wear a helmet.